Hi, this is David Wright, and you're listening to WICR.
So, where do I start? I hope you guys can kind of get a feel as to what I may be talking about with regards to Black's music. First of all, um, when I say it sounds when they describe it as it sounds like waves in a dark ocean. I believe like you could kind of see how that's accurate. It's more, but at the same time, it sounds like I don't know like it sounds like sound waves going in and out, and it's like messing with the like it's so particular, like, and then he just vibe like sings along to it, but it sounds like the volumes are getting like um um the volumes are being played with multiple times, and then it sounds like sound waves here and there. He incorporates a lot of instruments in his music, which a lot of well, it's R&B and soul, but which doesn't mean anything. But like more hip hop and rap, you hear more pre-recorded beats that they just go along to, or they have their own personal producer that creates the beats for them. Now I don't know if Black makes the instrumentals himself with the music, if he has his own band, if the music is pre-recorded. None of that I really know, but obviously you can listen to the music and hear what it really consists of, and what really matters is the final product and how it all comes together, which is what signifies if a song is good or not, or if the artist performed well on that song or album or whatever. Um, but I feel like it's a bit like it's not very it's a different style, and it's not very different because it's not really distinct. It just sounds different, but it also sounds similar to some other songs that you or I may have heard. Um, but a new artist who can just pretty much talk on the beat, sing a little bit, like, but it's not you. You could tell he's not using his full out vocals. It's just a calm, like, like he just flows on the beat, and he's not overdoing it. He's not trying to outprove himself. He knows what may sound good, what may sound better, what really fits that that piece. Um, so yeah, very accredited artist. He's slowly, little by little, his fan base. He has obviously every artist has a fan base because they wouldn't be where they are. But I would say his fan base isn't as strong as some other newcomers in the music industry. I'm not um what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not attacking his fan base. Um I'm not taking out a I'm not I don't even know what the word I'm looking for, but I'm not I'm not taking credit away from any of the work. Like I acknowledge the fact that he's done amazing work, and like I do acknowledge the fact that like he has good music. Like he has 11 songs on that album. I probably downloaded like 6, which is a good thing. I only download the songs that I would actually listen to, and the songs that I believe have potential. And if it's more than half of the album that I have downloaded, then I consider that to be a good artist, because usually on a album, a decent album, you'll find 2 or 3 really good songs. I call them radio bops, radio songs. But no, this album I can play through, and on my spare time I could just sit back, listen to it, and it kind of like the description was right. It kind of soothes your mind, and it's that type of music where it's not meant to get you hyped up and energetic. It's more to get you like the opposite, to get you laid back, chilling, and um uh what was it relaxed, and yeah, and whatnot. but very talented artist, very talented person. Um, like I said, yeah, he has a very good fan base, but it's not one of those that you automatically hear about. You hear a lot. A lot of the artists that I've discussed have a very distinct. They have very distinct. Um, their music is very distinct, but at the same time, somebody's fan base, like their fan bases are very particular as opposed to like how much it's either. A lot of artists are either do or die fan bases like fan audience members, because it's either what that means is that it's either you have somebody who like absolutely adores that person, their music, whatever they do, and they know all the cold hard facts and ready to fire them at you whenever you come across or say anything in against their desired artist. And then there's the ones that the die fans where it's like that's a variety of like you could either have the fans who've never even heard of him, the fans that have heard of him that are not about the hype, the fans that have tried to give the music a listen but doesn't really interest them. Where it's like you have either do or die fan bases, but you actually, because the spectrum is so wide and they're on polar opposites, you actually hear conversation about the fan base and about the art. This is primarily how you hear about the artist, because other people who you may know are talking about it. Where, as opposed to Black, his fan base is there. You have a select amount of people who listen to him, and I could see it gradually increasing as it would with almost any other artist. But it's not, it's there, but I don't hear a lot of conversation about it. I do hear some people putting it on, which is always a good thing, but not a lot of people. I don't know. Black, I attest that he should be one of those that are talked about, because there's a lot of artists, especially underground, that make moves within the music industry, but they go highly unnoticed, which I think this is not the greatest case, because he is being noticed. He does have a fan base. A lot of people do know about him, but it's not a big conversation. He's not doing anything overly spectacular. Yeah, I think he's amazing in everything that he does, but he's not. Every artist has to have something that stands out from them. They can't conform to the crowd and produce the same amount of music, because it's gonna be too familiar. Not a lot of people are gonna. He's not gonna catch a lot of people's. They're not gonna. That artist is not gonna catch that person's attention, which I think is very slightly the case with Black. I keep repeating myself, but like I said, his fan base is there, but they don't praise him as some fan bases may praise other artists that they become fond of. But in order to change that, if you're on the die side of the spectrum, then I'm gonna play more of his songs and see how you feel after 2 or 3 more songs. So here you go.
Hi, this is David Wright, and you're listening to WICR.